Annie, bonjour. Hello to all of my fellow Little River Band of Ottawa Indians tribal members. I am an outlying member. My name is Dawn Moneyhan. I am currently in Facebook jail, enough that I cannot post in the groups. So completely unrelated to tribal, so no worries, please. But I noticed there was a video ad that came out on the Facebook groups the other day. Antonio Romanelli put it out there for a campaign ad. And as I watched it, I had an awful lot to say. There are things that our tribal members, especially our outlying members, probably don't know. I have been very active within our tribe over the last few years, and especially as of recent, there is a lot of mess going on. I'm sure that's not a secret to anybody who's online and able to view this video, but there's a lot of truth that's not being told. There's a lot of deception going on in half-truths and lack of information, which I also consider lying if it's intentional. So I wanted to set the record straight. And I could not comment in the groups under any of these videos. So I thought I would make a video of my own. I am here in Zoom, and on the screen I have Antonio D. Romanelli's video, campaign ad video. And I'm going to work off of my notes here as I go through and critique what he's saying and offer you the rest of these truths or some questions of my own. I'd like to point out to everybody that he is not looking out for the best interests of our outlying members in his bid for this tribal council seat. Whatever it is he says in these videos is less than sincere from my point of view, because he very obviously and clearly, which I will point out to you here shortly, does not know anything about our tribal members or our outlying tribal members and how things work for us in this tribe. So I would suggest my message to Mr. Romanelli is to go back and educate yourself first, get to know our outlying tribal members second, and then put in some effort to help them and help fix things before you ask us to vote for you. So with that said, I am going to start his video and I'm going to just do a running critique. I'm going to turn my camera off so that we can focus on his video. I will pause as I have things to say. And at the end, I will finish it up with a statement to our membership. I want everybody to know that I am doing this of my own accord. Nobody has asked me, coached me, or otherwise. This is my own idea. I'm doing this independent of everybody, and I'm doing it because I truly care about this tribe. I care about what's happening to all of our people and where we're going. Things are not good right now, and it's up to us to take the power back away from the people who do not have our best interests at heart. There is a lot of them right now, and they are congregated in Manistee. Our outlying members hold the majority number in our tribe. So when we all turn out to vote, change happens. So I'm hoping this will help to inform our members about who it is they're voting for or hopefully not voting for. Thanks.
Hello. My name is Antonio D. Romanelli, running for outlying representative for the Little River Band of Ottawa Indians. I'm just going to take a couple minutes of your time to cover a couple of important issues that I feel I could help while being your representative for the outlying membership. First, while I was doing a little research about grants, programs, things like that, I noticed that this service guide has not been updated since 2015. How does that happen?
Okay, let's stop here. Our first one, 46 seconds in. Our service guide not updated since 2015. First of all, that's an executive responsibility. Maybe he should ask his daddy.
This guide right here is an important piece of information for our outline representatives.
And yet most of us have never even heard of this document. How in touch is this guy with our outlying members if he's campaigning on a document that we have never heard of?
When you need help with something, you try and turn to this guide to get the updated information. This hasn't been updated since 2015. How many different things have been changed since that time? Phone numbers, people who are on commissions. This needs to be updated. This probably should be updated every year to make sure that the information that's available to you as an outline member is accurate and is the correct information. Looking into this and why it hasn't been updated since 2015, sounds like they made a couple cuts.
Okay, we have to stop here again. Updated it every year, you think? Why does he have to be on our council to tell his daddy to do this? This is an executive responsibility. This belongs to our OGMA. Why would he need to be on council to tell anybody to do this, for that matter? And is he implying that the lack of updates is because of the cuts? Who made those cuts under our executive management?
To this department to make sure that this information is correct. From what I understand, it went from 3 to 1 employee to keep up with this. How does that happen?
Maybe that happens because your daddy doesn't do his job properly. Have you asked him?
Why does that happen? This, again, is very important to the outline membership. So why would cuts be made to this department? This information is very important, and this information needs to be accurate so that the outline membership can look at this and get the accurate information on programs that are available to them.
Is he implying that our OGMA isn't doing his job?
Services that are available to them. This needs to be updated.
Okay, wait up here, homie. If you knew anything about our outlying members, you'd know that those services you're talking about are not available to 98% of our outlying members. How in touch with us are you? And you're asking to represent us?
Every year, it needs to be revised, looked at, make sure that the phone numbers are correct, make sure that the programs and the services that are available are still available and still accurate and still correct.
Okay, let me try to understand this here. Our tribe is on the verge of imploding upon itself. And this guy is worried about something that most of us can't use and don't even know exists. Don't we have enough out of touch people in our government already? Why are we going to add another one? I mean, come on. We can put Shannon Crampton back where he has already proven that he works for us, he works with us, and he knows our struggles and our fights, and he works to help us.
Another thing, the outline membership is anything outside of the 9-county area. Anything outside the 9-county area.
Okay, duh. We know who we are. Why are you telling us this?
Whether it's New York, Florida, Colorado, North Dakota, South Dakota, California, China, Russia, Canada, wherever our outline members are, that's your representative.
Huh? Let's back that up. I need to hear that again.
California, China, Russia, Canada, wherever our outline members are, that's your representative.
Dude, hello. And you're asking to represent us. You want us to vote for you, and you couldn't even take the care to get your video right? Did you even watch this after you recorded it to make sure that you were saying things accurately?
That's your outlying members. I feel that tribal council needs to be held accountable. You have a voice. You need a representative who's going to be there for you, who's going to represent you in a positive way.
Sorry, yeah, I'm being sarcastic. How is he going to represent us if he doesn't even know anything about us? He doesn't even know that those services he talked about, he wasted his whole first few minutes of the video to talk about. They don't even apply for most of us. What about our outlying elders who are going hungry or living per cap just to pay their rent or their utilities? What about our outlying members who don't have a vehicle to get to work and back, don't have childcare for their kids? I mean, come on, really?
Not only represent you, but represent this great tribe, the Little River Band of Ottawa Indians. I feel that tribal council could benefit from a mission statement.
Again, okay, why does he need to be elected to our council to suggest things like this? He'd rather focus on this while our members need help surviving. We've got a crazy economy right now. People are broke, people are in trouble, and they're reaching out to our tribe for help, and he doesn't have a clue. And he's sitting here on this video trying to look sincere. I'll give him that. Maybe he is sincere. And if he is, that's even more troubling because this is what he's focused on. Come on, really?
I've noticed that many departments have mission statements. I think it would be a great thing. I think it'd be a great thing for all 9 council members to sit down and come up with a mission statement. Mission statement doesn't sound like a great big deal, but really, let's look at it. A mission statement can explain the culture, the values, the ethics of the certain department, and it kind of holds people accountable.
Okay, again, I'm gonna have to ask this. How would that hold anybody accountable? Who would be enforcing it? Him? I mean, come on. A new excuse for council members to fight with each other like toddlers instead of working to help our members or doing any other part of their jobs? A mission statement, really? Has he attended any of our council meetings lately? Or even over the last couple of years? These people fight worse than kids. And he thinks that's going to solve their problems. A mission statement? Come on, people. We are all members of this tribe. We see what's going on. We read the posts on Facebook. We've watched how many comments from him in different threads on the different groups where he's insulting our elders and our women over and over again. And then when people try to call him out for it, he disappears or he argues with them. Why would we vote for him? We have a better alternative. We have Shannon Crampton stepping up, ready to take his seat back on council where he should have been all along.
Our membership could look at our mission statement and make sure that we're following the mission statement. Every single tribal council member is following that mission statement.
Our tribal council can't even follow their agendas as it is, and you want them to add something else to that? Get real.
I would like to look at the members' benefits and services and increase the funding to those programs.
Okay, hold up here again. He wants to increase the funding to the programs that our outlying members mostly don't qualify for, so that the 9 county members who do qualify for it can get all of the benefit of these programs. And he wants to do it under the guise of representing our outlying members. Does he think we're stupid?
Increase the funding. These services, these programs are some things that some of our members only have access to. So why not benefit from that? Why not increase the funding for those programs for our members? for all of our members, 9 county and outline. It only makes sense to me.
Only makes sense to you is right.
I feel that our tribal council needs to be held accountable. For quite a few years now, I've seen quite a bit of infighting. I've seen voting happening just because they don't want to see something happen, or they don't like a person, or they don't like this, or they don't like that. Tribal council is a representative of the members. So it's very important that tribal council listens, understands, asks questions from our outlying constituents.
He talks like he has no idea how our outlying members are treated when we do exactly what he just suggested. How many of our women and elders has he himself insulted just since the last election? Go check the Facebook groups. He's been rude, disrespectful, and just he bullies people. And then he gets on this video and it's like poof, it goes away like magic. He is so out of touch with our outlying members. Ask yourselves right now, we're 6 minutes in, so we're halfway through his video. How much of what he has said so far has applied to any of you, our outlying members? Any of it?
What exactly would you like to see?
Okay, that's an easy one. Pull yourself out of the election. Go home. You don't even know who we are.
What exactly would you like me to bring to the table for you?
Your resignation from this council seat race.
What are we not doing currently that you would like to see happen?
Okay, stop right here. Who is we? He is talking like he's assuming he's already one of them, one of our council members. How can he be running for a seat on our council while referencing himself as one of the council members? I mean, come on. How much privilege do we have here?
Some of these things may not be able to happen, but you can.
Duh. Why is he talking to us like we're a group of 5-year-olds? Why would we elect someone who insults our intelligence with every word he speaks while he talks half-truths and just crazy stuff out of the other side of his face? He has not hit anything legitimate since this started, and we are now 6.5 minutes in.
Bet that I'll be there to represent you, to ask these questions, to look.
Sure he will. If he cared one iota for us, he'd already have been asking these questions all along. We don't need another 9-county loyalist blowing smoke up our asses while he's cashing in tribally funded paychecks. I mean, come on. This is a real thing here. This affects every one of us every day. Our tribe has a responsibility to us as much as we have to it. Electing him would be a gross negligence of our responsibility to our own people, to ourselves.
Look into these things, to fight for you, to fight for more funding for you.
Reminder, what did he say he wanted that funding for? He wanted it for the programs. And he referenced taking care of 9 counties, which is outlined. We already have 4 council members on our council that are looking out for the 9-county people just fine. The 9-county people are the only ones who see anything from this tribe except per cap. Why do we want another one of those? He's running for an outlying seat. So why would we give an outlying seat to somebody who's looking out for the 9-county members? He should have been running for the 9-county seats when they were available. Oh, wait a minute. He did that, didn't he? And he didn't win. Oops. Sorry, dude. That should tell you something.
Why not? Why not give more funding to these services and programs that benefit all of our members? Just for clarification, federal grants The eligibility, the rules that we have to follow are set by the federal government. The state grants, the eligibility, the rules that we have to follow fall under the state rules that we have to follow. It's their program.
Okay, hold up right here. Now, he's running for a seat on our council, which is our legislative branch of government. He's trying to explain to us about how these programs are funded and the rules that are made up and who makes them. And he doesn't even understand what he's trying to explain. The grant monies have their rules for the grant money themselves for the programs. The programs, however, are created by our tribe, which means the program rules and qualifications are designated by our tribe, except for Little River, where they fall back on the government rules and standards as a protocol because they're too lazy to do the work of creating them for us themselves, like they're supposed to. He doesn't know any of that based on just what he's saying here. Now let's take a moment and take a look at Shannon Crampton and how much he has done for our tribe in the last, decade at least? He understands legislation. He understands the rules that we have to live under by the federal government. He understands our tribal constitution, and he fights for our outlying members every day of every week, even when he's not on our council. But this guy wants us to elect him instead? Why would we do that? That would make no sense at all.
Those are the rules that we have to follow, and the eligibility. One thing I think tribal council has forgotten is that we're lawmakers. Writing good laws, those are inclusive of outlying members as well as the 9 county members.
Okay, 2 things here. First of all, writing our laws, our good laws. Well, how many of those laws exclude our outlying members? We have been uncovering, some of our outlying members have been uncovering for the last year or so now, how many of our constitutional laws and regulations and rules and ordinances are designed to cut out our outlying members on purpose so that all of the resources stay in the 9 county area. Up to present, the only person in this tribe who has ever constant and loyally fought for our outlying members consistently has been Shannon Crampton, not this guy. This is the first time most of us have ever seen this guy.
It's up to us, tribal council, to write good laws that fall within the scope of the Constitution.
We should also mention he keeps bringing up our 9 county members. Anybody notice that? Why would we give this seat to a 9 county member loyalist? Didn't we just do that the last election with Pam Johnson? She came from the casino, came out of nowhere. Nobody in our outline seems to even know who she is. But there she is, supposedly representing us, yet she votes consistently with the representatives for the 9 county area. Where is our representation in that outlying seat from somebody that is voting consistently with the 9 county representatives against the outlying best interests? We've already been there, done that. Why would we do that again? Why would we give what little say and voice we have left from our outlying members to this joker who thinks he's schmoozing us in this video because, oh, I can make a video. Let's do a campaign ad. How is this any different from any other political campaign ad that we've seen on TV? They talk out of both sides of their mouth. He's doing the same thing.
I understand council's responsibilities as outlined in the Constitution.
Obviously not if you don't know any of the stuff that you've been talking about so far and all of the things that I've pointed out about it.
I understand that the Ogama's responsibilities and the judicial responsibilities.
Again, if he already knows the Ogama's responsibilities, why isn't he on the phone with Daddy telling him, hey, let's help our outlying members? He doesn't have to be on council to do that. So he wants us to vote for him, so he'll do that. How much concern does that show for us?
And we as council members,
Here we go again. We as council members, he's not a flipping council member. And if we're smart, he's not ever going to be a council member in this tribe. Just the fact that he is as clueless and out of touch with us as he is, this is all about him wanting a high paying job. I don't see anything else.
we need to stay within the confines of the Constitution and the council's responsibilities. Continue to see it happening. Jumping over, making other decisions that are outside of the council's responsibilities.
Okay, we already understand that's true. He's not far-fetched on that one. But what does he think he's going to do about it? If we were to elect him to our council as an outlying representative, what power does he think he's going to have to change any of that? These people don't listen to each other now. They don't listen to us now. Why would we think he's going to change that? They're going to just all listen to him? Yeah, I don't think so.
That can't happen. That's why we have a 3-branch government, to keep those things in order, to keep those things in line. The Ogama has his responsibilities. We can hold him accountable to that.
Okay, right there. Again, we've got to stop. How many of our members have been working nonstop, tirelessly for the last year plus to try and hold our Ogama accountable? And every time we think we get close, we hit another roadblock because the ordinances and the laws and the regulations are all written in his favor, in the 9-county favor. And then he goes into our corrupted court system and the cases either get thrown out or they rule with him. This is the same Ogama that our chief judge just gave all of our casino power to. They gave him the whole purse. He gets the whole giant piggy bank all to himself with no council oversight. And this is his son. And we're supposed to believe that his son is going to look out for us while he's already doing all of that? Why isn't he running interference for us now, before we vote for him? Why isn't he showing us why we should vote for him instead of trying to blow smoke up our asses? Smoke is supposed to go in a pipe, the last I heard.
Tribal council. We have our responsibilities that our members, that our constituents can hold us to.
Dude, you're not on the council.
It calls, and it makes for an easier government when you stay inside of those lines and you stay inside of what your Constitution says.
Is he blind, deaf, and dumb? Has he attended any of our council meetings in the last 2 years? I mean, come on, really? For those of you who are not involved in the ongoings of daily life in our tribe, I get it. We are outlying members. We have lives that doesn't necessarily coincide with tribal schedules and being able to attend all of this stuff. And not everybody can participate in the conversations online. They get heated, they get crazy. But I mean, come on, really?
I've noticed that there's been many changes that have happened, or have tried to happen, without the membership's input. That can't happen.
That can't happen, yet his daddy is the biggest offender of that. If he couldn't fix that with his daddy outside of the confines of our government, what makes us think and believe that he could do it within? Why would we give our votes? He's just baiting us for votes. That's twisted.
We need the membership's input. To be a representative of the people, you have to listen to the people.
Oh, gee, you mean like we're doing on Facebook, where we speak up and speak out, and the only one so far who really listens to us is Shannon Crampton? And then you're the first person to jump up and start attacking Shannon Crampton? How many times have we seen your comments and posts on Facebook? All of the negativity around Shannon Crampton? You don't stop and ask us why we kept electing him, why we are all so desperate to get him back. It's because he does the things that you're suggesting you could do. But you don't even know the people that you're claiming you want to do it for. He knows us. Shannon has been working with us for years, not just for us, with us. And if we start talking to each other as outlying members, most of us know Shannon. None of us know this guy.
I've noticed that there's been things that just happen to get passed. Well, we can't wait for a 30-day period. We can't wait another week. We have to pass it today. Why? Why not take a week? Why not take...
What a great way to throw out accusations without actually saying anything. Things. What are these things? He can't be more specific. He's asking us to vote him onto our tribal council, a 4-year position with a hefty paycheck, making more money than most of us make in a year. And all he can reference is things. Sounds like a typical politician here anywhere USA.
Take 30 days. Comment period. Depends on what it is. If it's something that some people really want, oh, it's got to get passed right away. It's got to get passed today. We don't have time to wait. We don't have time to investigate. We must pass it right away. That can't happen. That cannot happen. No matter how bad you want something. The membership has the right to voice their concerns, to vote for it, to voice their concerns for it or against it. That's their right. And it's up to us, the tribal members, to hold our tribal council accountable, to make sure that they're listening to us.
Okay, so now he's one of us, when before he was one of them. Can he make up his mind who it is he's representing in his video? Who he's holding to account? I mean, he thinks he's already one of them, but now he wants us to believe he's one of us. He hasn't talked like one of us since this thing started.
We all have a voice. Our outline membership, you have a voice. Now you need that voice box. You need that person that's going to step up.
You're right, we do. We need Shannon Crampton back, because Shannon has always been our voice box. He has always stood up for us and stood up with us, even when he didn't agree with us. Shannon understands the job. You, dear boy, are clueless.
And listen to you. And express your concerns. Express your excitement for things that you want to see happen. This is a great tribe, but we have so many things that we could be accomplishing right now if we just stay in our own lanes.
Okay, you said it right there. Stay in your own lane. I, as an outlying member of the Little River Band of Ottawa Indians, am right now telling you, stay in your own lane. Get out of this race. Get away from our tribal council. You don't belong there, dude. You don't belong there. That seat belongs to Shannon Crampton. We outlying members elected him to that seat during the last election, and that election was already proven corrupted. I have documented paperwork here that I am free and willing to share with any one of our tribal members who have not seen it, that proves that that election was corrupted. Shannon should never have been removed from our council. So yeah, give us our voice. Let us be heard right here, right now. We want Shannon Crampton back on our tribal council, and we want him there now.
And let us do our job. Let the Ogama do his job. Let the judicial do their job.
You and your us. You don't have this job. And if I have anything to say about it, you're not going to get this job because you don't deserve this job. To all of our LRBOI tribal members, listen carefully to the things he's saying. When I'm done here, go back and listen to his video without my commentary and listen carefully to how he's wording the things that he's saying.
It's a great tribe. And we, as the members, all have a voice. We all have a voice in what happens in this tribe, which direction we go.
Right there, I'm going to call him a liar. And he can try to sue me for it if he wants to, which wouldn't be smart. But that right there is not true. We do not all have a voice, and we know it.
What direction we don't go. So in just a couple days, you're going to receive a ballot, and I'm going to ask for you to vote for me, Antonio D. Romanelli, on that ballot. I look forward to working with you, and I look forward to working for you. With that, I thank you.
Okay, I have a few other things I want to say here. I missed some of the comments that I had written down and taken notes about as I watched this video again, because it's just all spontaneous. It's so obvious the deception that he is putting forth in this video. I need all of our outlying members to pay attention, please. This is a really important election. I am going to turn my camera back on and stop this screen share now, because I have something I would like to say. I want to address all of our membership, all of our outlying membership specifically. I wrote this down, so please excuse the eye contact with the camera. I'm going to just read this out of my notebook. I am an involved and outlying member of our tribe, and I know what has been going on. A lot of you, our members up in Manistee, are living in fear so that they won't speak up. Our tribe is a hot mess, and we all need to be a part of fixing that. We are still all questioning how Shannon was ever removed from our council this last election. We have proof that the election was corrupted, but nobody to give it to. This is our one chance to fix this. We need to vote for Shannon Crampton, the only person up there who appears to know what he's doing, how our tribe works, how the government works, how the federals work, how our members are living, and what we need. He's already proven himself. Call and talk to him if you must. But it is in our hands right now, the outlying members of this tribe, the majority members in this tribe, to save ourselves by electing a sincere member back to our council and not putting some smooth talking schmoozer in there instead, and let him continue to bottom us out until there's nothing left for our outlying members. Now, as I finish this up, I just want to say I apologize for the lighting issues. My house isn't conducive to filming with my laptop, so some of it may look kind of weird. I want to implore all of you. I know you're busy. I know you have lives, but it's a vote. It's a ballot. It's coming in the mail. It's coming out this week. Vote for Shannon Crampton. Tell Antonio Romanelli to go crawl back under his rock by voting for Shannon Crampton. Shannon is who we need, and we know that. And if you talk to any of our outlying members who have been involved in all of this mess that's been going on, they're all going to tell you the same thing. Shannon Crampton is what we need to fix a lot of what's happening right now. There is an audit, a 100% audit, membership audit on the table right now. And our Ogama thinks that he is going to get through it by not allowing it to happen. Our council already voted for it. It's already there. It just needs the funding. Our Ogama is cutting off opportunities for the funding so that our council cannot see it through and make it happen. Now his son is suddenly running for an outlying member's council seat. What does that tell you? That tells me the corruption is within the family and it's complete. He is no better than his daddy. He made that cheesy video thinking he was going to convince us all that he's on our side. He's going to fight for us. No, he hasn't fought for us yet. How many of you has he called? How many of you has he asked, what can he do to help you? How much effort has he invested in helping any of us up till now? But he wants our vote. Now let's turn the page. How many of you has Shannon Crampton helped already, even when he hasn't been on council? How many has he been there for in the middle of the night when they had an emergency and there was nobody else to call? How many of our different departments has he tracked people down in consistently so that our members are getting in touch with the people they need, because things are not updated on purpose, and we know that. Yes, it's an accusation. I'm throwing it out there. Somebody needs to investigate it, because those of us paying attention, we already know it. There is an agenda here. It's not in the best interest of our members, outlying or otherwise. But we have an opportunity right now with this election. This is a big one. We can put Shannon back in there. We can take care of this audit, and we can take care of our tribe. We can make a difference. The people who are in our tribe that should not be here, they will be gone. And with them, that opens up some of these positions of power within our tribe that have been held in this death grip by a small faction of people in Manistee for decades. We need to put a stop to that. This is not the tribe of Manistee. This is the Little River Band of Ottawa Indians. And every single one of our 4,000 plus card carrying members matters. And each one of us should have the voice that Mr. Romanelli was preaching to us about. But we know through experience, decades of experience, our voice is only heard through Shannon Crampton. So vote with me in a couple of days when those ballots arrive. Send them back right away so there's no chance that they don't get counted, and help hold our tribe accountable. Our entire government needs to be held accountable. Help us watch over the election, watch over the election board, and all of these people up there that are in control of this election, so that our voices are really heard this time, and Shannon is put back where he belongs. And for listening to me and taking the time tonight to watch this video, I say Chimigwech to all of our tribal members. Blessings to all of you, and have a safe and fun weekend.